This activity we're going to go over how to add different types of dimensions within Fusion. So I want to just go ahead and create a line. I'm just going to draw kind of a little bit of a shape. I'm not going to I want to make sure that it's not equal or anything. And I have it there just so I can go through and talk about different types of dimensions that I can add on this. So if I go to dimension, which is here, or I can just type D to go to it. If I pick a line, so this horizontal line here, it's automatically just going to give me the horizontal distance, kind of the length of that one line there. And so I can just kind of move it around. I'm not pressing the mouse button. If I click and set it down, now I can enter in the value of that dimension. If I click on an angled line, I have three options. I can either kind of move it down, just again not touching the mouse button. I can just drag it down here, and now it's going to give me the horizontal component of that line, so the horizontal distance between the two endpoints. If I move it kind of all the way up and pull it out more to the side, it's going to want to give me the vertical distance between the two endpoints. And if I have it somewhere in the middle, kind of in this area, now it's going to give me the actual length of that line along that line of whatever angle that is. So I can kind of put it anywhere that I want depending on what information I want to convey. So if I want that, I move it over here and click. And now I can tell it I want that to be ½ inch. And so I've put that information in. If I pick 2 points, it's automatically going to do the same thing. I can do the vertical component of the distance between those 2 points, the direct distance kind of along the straight line between those 2 points, or the horizontal distance between those 2 points. So if I pick any 2 points, I can go to all three of those same things. So if it's an actual just a single line that I'm going to use, it's easier just to pick the line than it is to pick the two endpoints of that line. It's going to give me the same thing, but picking the actual line itself is going to be an easier option to do. You saw there, it took a lot less effort to pick that line rather than just the 2 endpoints. You would want to pick the 2 endpoints if you wanted to control kind of this corner to this corner or something like that, though. Another thing we can do is if I dimension, I pick a line and then I pick a point. You can see now I'm going to give a dimension between the line and a point perpendicular to the line. So I can pull out there. I can pick from this line to this point, and now it's going to be the distance between that line and that point perpendicular to the line. And I can put that as whatever I want it to be there. I can also, if I pick 2 straight lines, if they're not parallel to each other, it's going to give me the distance and the angle between those 2 lines. So I can pull that out. Again, not clicking yet, I'm just dragging. Click to set it down, tell it what to be. And there we go. Now it's all turned black. I know this is a fully constrained sketch. Probably not the best one, but just showing you the ways that the different types of dimensions work on this. So I can always just click a dimension and hit delete, 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 and get back to doing whether it's maybe I want to pick more angles in here. Let me pull this angle out there and still maybe give a distance from here to here or something. I don't know. So I have all these angles in here, but let's say these are what I really want to control. So these are called driving dimensions, because if I change these, they're going to change the value and change the geometry. But let's say I want to use these to control it, but I want to be able to just know how long this line is. So I can pick on it, and down in the bottom corner, bottom corner down here, it's going to tell me the length of that line, which is great. But maybe I'll just want to see it on the screen as I'm moving things around. So now if I dimension, I pick this line, and I come out, it's going to tell me, oop, I can't do this. It's going to over-constrain the sketch because it doesn't need this to help tell me how big it needs to be. But I can create it as a driven dimension. So if I say create driven, you can see it puts it in as a reference dimension. If you're used to reading drawings, parentheses around a dimension mean it's a reference. It's just for information. It's not controlling the part. So now if I change these numbers, you can see that number is going to change also. And so I can still see that number and see how it changes as I'm moving around and changing my other dimensions. You can see it's keeping it all there. And where the dimensions are placed doesn't really matter because this isn't going to go through back onto my drawing at all. I can also just click, you can see it's got my enclosed area shaded. So I just pick on that, then back down on the side down here. It's going to give me and tell me what the area of that outlined area is. So I can know, oh, that's what it is. I can also, if I just pick two things, if I pick a line and a point, it's going to give me the distance between the point and the line, so perpendicular from the point perpendicular to the line. Or if I pick a line, it's going to tell me how the length of that line is. So pick 2 points here, 0.238. If I pick that same line, 0.238, of course, that's the same distance between them. So if I pick this point and that line, I'm going to get that same 1 inch that I have there. So that's another real quick way to measure, or I could just break out the measure tool and do the same thing. But if I do here, now I can actually turn on and see the horizontal and vertical components of the line and the angle by picking these options here. So, and I can also measure back to the origin, kind of what it is from there. So lots of different options on how we kind of check things. And so I just wanted to show you all that here in the sketch. The main thing is, when you're picking your dimensions, first choice is pick a line and then set it where you want it to be aligned or vertical or horizontal. Or if you want to do an angle between two lines that are not parallel, pick the dimension there. If you do have two lines that are parallel, just show you that. I can just dimension and then pick those two lines. Now it's going to give me the distance between the two lines. So that works also. But I could also have just picked, could have just picked the line and the point, and it's going to do the same thing. And that's kind of get to the point where if I take this not to being parallel, now this point can move around because that one's locked in. If I dimension between the two lines, and then I delete that parallel constraint, you can see it's still going to be parallel even though it doesn't have the parallel constraint, because the dimension is already locked into keeping it parallel. So if you have a chance that line might not need to be parallel anymore, it's better to just do from the line to the point instead of the two lines. All right, let me know if you have any questions.